What's up, guys? My name is Byron. Um, Welcome to the Afro Crypto channel. What we do here is that we try to analyze, we look at cryptocurrency projects and we try to analyze these projects to see if these projects will be successful in the long run, like 5, 10, 20 years from now. And we do this by using a very simple framework. Adapted this framework from a Peter Thiel book called From Zero to One, where he explains that there is like 7 questions that every technology company or every technology startup company should be able to answer if they're going to be successful. Now, let's get down to it. What are these questions? There is the engineering question, the timing question, the monopoly question, the people question, the distribution question, and lastly, the secret question. Now, I know that people think cryptocurrencies are the next big thing. Very many people think that cryptocurrencies are going to like come in and like replace so many like different companies, say Visa and Mastercard. There's a company called Omisego, OMIG, like on my screen. I'm scrolling down on Coin Market Cap. It's like number 13 right now, and it has like a market capitalization of $816 million. Now, when you look at the faith that like people have like in cryptocurrencies, people have been able to invest a total of $152 billion in cryptocurrencies. So this means that like people believe in these projects and they believe that these projects are going to be there like for the long run. Like I'm not here to disappoint you, but I will tell you that I believe that close to 96% of like all cryptocurrency projects are going to fail. Yes, I'll repeat that. Close to 96% of all cryptocurrency projects are going to fail. This is why. When you make that decision to invest in like any particular cryptocurrency project, you have to make sure that like each of these 7 questions are answered. If a company to like answer like 5 or 6 of these questions, maybe they will survive. If they answer 7 of all these questions, they have a higher chance of surviving. And so let's get down to the questions. So the engineering question: can your favorite cryptocurrency project create breakthrough technology instead of incremental improvements? Okay, if you looked at like a project like Bitcoin, for example, the what Bitcoin did isn't something that was like completely new or like nobody had ever thought about, but like they were able to like combine like so many different small ideas and they came up with something that was like out of this world. Because think about a system that has like let's say you have like 10 people participating in this network, or a community of like 10 people. Each of them has like a copy of like the project that you're working on, but at any one particular time, everybody has the same number of transactions, or the same, everything about this project is the same on all these different computers. And if a change happens on one computer, then that change has to be confirmed on all computers at the same time. I think that's like great. I think that's special, and I think that's a reason as to why, like that's one of the reasons as to why like Bitcoin has been around for like close to 9 years. And all the companies that you try to look at, and let's say if you looked at say coin market cap right now, let's say Neo, like will it be able to develop breakthrough technology that will enable it to breakthrough technology that like will enable this project to create products that actual people would want, and no one can easily copy this product? No, but like before you like invest in any project, you have to ask yourself that question. What is question number 2? Question number 2 is the timing question. Is this the right time for you to create your business? If you looked at say a company like Omisego, they're trying to solve they're trying to like get unbanked people to like bring them to the banking infrastructure. Um, I've read that like these guys are based in Southeast Asia, and like so many people don't have bank accounts, and there's no way they are connected to the like financial banking system. So that's a huge problem there, and these guys are trying to solve it. There is another interesting company called VChain. What they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent counterfeiting in the high-end wine industry. How they're doing this is that they've developed an application, and they're working with companies that import wine in China. Mainly, they're working with DIG, and like this company imports 30% of all high-end wine in China. The challenge they have is that people, they're like very many scammers that create similar copies of the same wine, and they try to sell it at slightly lower prices. I would say yes, this is the right time for a product like this, and these guys are already working with companies like Reno. They are working with companies in fashion, because like as you know, you guys all know that like in China there is like very many companies that manufacture clothes, and very many companies that create knockoff products. These guys are working with like companies in the fashion industry to like create sort of like RF tags, QR codes that a consumer could say walk into a store, use this application to like scan the QR code on a particular like piece of cloth, and they can be able to tell if the thing is legit or if it's fake. So I guess that's a very good product. The other question is the monopoly question. So the company has to ask themselves whether they're starting with like a big share of a small market. So are they a monopoly in the particular kind of market that they're trying to take over? Customers actually won't care about a particular type of technology that you're using unless you solve their problem like in a superior way. Very many cryptocurrency or blockchain companies tend to think that because they're using the blockchain to solve a particular problem, that's a very good solution. I think they'll discover that consumers actually don't care about what type of technology you use or how you're trying to solve the problem. What they care about is that their problem is solved. The fourth question is the people question. This is interesting because for any project, whether they have like a very good idea or a very bad idea, the team matters. A very good team with a very bad idea is a billion times better than a very bad team with a good idea. I'll give you an example. This morning I was looking at I was comparing teams, the Veritasium team and the VChain team. The VChain team has like so many different guys, and it's diverse. They have like people from like from Asia. They have women on the team, and the Veritasium team has like 3 people, right? They have no women on the team, and like research says, like, and I personally believe that any team that has like a woman is much smarter than a team that has all guys. It doesn't matter what kind of team it is. It doesn't matter what kind of business they're in. Like a team that has like a woman on the team is much smarter than a team of like only guys. So if you're looking at say like any particular project that you'd like to invest in, look at the team that they have. Try to see, okay, what people do they have on the team? What are the backgrounds of these people? Like, will these people be able to deliver on the promise that this project is trying to make to us? But like that's something that you have to like keep track of. The question number 5 is the distribution question. Now, companies do not only have to like have a good product; they have to have a way of bringing this product to consumers. If consumers can't have access to your product, then it's like basically useless because they won't be able to use it. I don't know. That's like very direct and very easy for somebody to see. I'll give you an example. Like I love Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is beautiful. Bitcoin is cool. What I specifically love about it is that you can be able to send money to like anybody, anywhere in the world without like a middleman. So they won't be able to like take a cut from the money that you're trying to send. But I live like on the east coast of the U.S. I live in Boston, and my mother lives in Uganda. I'm from Uganda originally, and I can't send her bitcoins. And if I send her bitcoins right now, they won't be usable to her because there's no way that she can convert these bitcoins into like fiat Ugandan fiat money to like be able to do whatever she wants to do with the money. So Bitcoin right now is sort of like for very geeky people that like can like transact with the system. So that's something that you have to look at. Like, is there a way that this particular company that you'd like to invest in can be able to like build a product that normal people will use and normal people can have access to? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Question number 6, the durability question. So you have to ask yourself whether the particular type of market that your company or your most exciting project is trying to like break into is defensible at 10 to like 5, 10 to 25 years into the future. Um, Case in point, 10x. 10x will enable people like who are like tech savvy that have like all sorts of cryptocurrencies. They'll get like these cryptocurrencies and like put them on a wallet and then like encrypt the wallet on a debit card, and like you'll be able to like get this card and like slice it, go to McDonald's and like buy McDonald's, go to Dunkin' Donuts, buy, go to like any restaurant and then like buy whatever things you want to buy, and like they'll be able to do that. But the question you have to ask yourself is that who are the players that like are playing in this market already? They're very big boys: American Express, Visa, Mastercard. So now, apart from the fact that okay, so if I have my 10x card, I can be able to spend like my other cryptocurrencies. What will make like my friends, let's say my friends who are not like very tech savvy, to like get a 10x card? Like, how is like 10x much better than Visa and Mastercard? And what will stop Visa and Mastercard from adopting like the same features that 10x has? I have a very good example of this. You see Snapchat, like with I think they're called like live videos, whereby like somebody records themselves and then they post on their channel, and then like their friends are able to like click on that thing and then like see it like within like say 24-hour window. And when Snapchat came up with that, like so many people were excited about Snapchat, and they were like, oh, this is like a very good product. And then all of a sudden, Facebook came up with the same thing. And when Facebook came up with it, then like WhatsApp also came up with the same thing. So it was a very cool feature. It was like driving traffic to Snapchat. But a huge company like Facebook, it's very easy for them to like see something that's working elsewhere and like incorporate it into their product. So now all the people that would have moved, say, from Facebook, spent less time on Facebook and moved to Snapchat, were like, oh, I can do the same thing with my Instagram company, from coming in and saying, okay, let's say transferring money, right? There is, yeah, I think they're called Bitpesa. And like they help like people send money like to East Africa, like to different parts of East Africa. But like the question is, what will stop a company like say Western Union from coming in and saying, you know what, sending and receiving money is free. Now it's free. You can be able to send money with us again. So since like these companies have been around for like a very long time, question is, have you identified a unique opportunity that others don't see? Very many cryptocurrency projects, I don't think I would say that. When I look at most projects, they are basically trying to do something that already established companies are trying to do. So it's very hard for me to say that, oh, okay, so maybe some companies are doing something that no one has seen yet, and like no one has like tried to do yet. I don't know. Maybe some are doing it. Maybe some, say, a company like Civic, they're like trying to do something that in a way that no one has done it before. Like when I tried to review their white paper, that's why it looked like to me. But that's like one of the questions